I've been editing for Thordan Smash for a couple months now, and honestly, I've gotten away from doing some pretty horrendous shit. It's very, very rare that I actually go ahead and turn Thordan into an actual meme because I'm quite afraid of losing my job, and honestly, I just need to feed my dog. Please don't fire me, okay? Oh, and I'm pretty sure that they're going to add in a new voice line for the pinging system very soon, and here's a teaser of it.
Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, and today we're going to be talking about, well, the future of Apex Legends. We know in Season 20 we are getting someone named Cave, but there's actually a lot of legends that are coming in the future, and some of them we've actually already seen in Apex Legends, so we're going to cover that today. We're also going to give out one of the Final Fantasy skins. All you guys got to do is like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill, but without further ado, let's jump into what some of these new legends could be and what they will look like. Alright, so with Season 20 right around the corner, a lot of us are looking forward to Cave, as he was found in the Dataminers files, or she, we don't actually know. Cave can be kind of androgynous, but regardless, they can teleport through walls. But the big question is, what kind of legends are we going to be seeing in the future? And there are two sources for upcoming legends. One is the Season 12 leak, which features this roster right here. A lot of them have already come into the game, such as Conduit, Newcastle, Vantage, Catalyst, and Caliber, who actually ended up becoming Ballistic. All those were actually legends that were leaked before their time from this leak. And there's another one where Oz gives us a list of Gibraltar V1, Tinkerer, Flux, Lifeline Reborn, Cave, and Artemis. However, I think these lists are one and the same, and we'll go over the abilities of the upcoming legends and their connections. And the first one I actually want to go over is a little legend that you might notice in the corner there that is called Scryer. Now, Scryer's abilities, as you can see in the gameplay, pretty interesting. They are called the Haunting Stalker. They are a recon legend, and they have a passive optic haunt, which allows you to spectate your killer. Along with that, they have the tactical optic haunt, where you deploy a parasite trap that reveals the target's vision, and an ultimate shadow wall, unleashing a creeping wall of darkness that blocks sight and binds enemies. Now, this actually got turned into Catalyst Ultimate, so when they do come, it'll be a completely different ultimate. But what's really interesting about this is I believe it's actually another legend. Now, you might notice the eye right there for Scryer being blinded. Interestingly enough, Vantage's mom also has that same kind of marking on her face when we were introduced to her in Season 14 in the stories from the Outland. And when you look at Oz's list of upcoming legends, the last one listed there is Artemis. Now, for those of you who don't know, Artemis is considered the goddess of the hunt in Greek mythology, and Vantage is known as a hunting character who learned all of her skills from her mother. Now, it would make a ton of sense that Artemis is actually Scryer, and they changed the code name and the development process as some of the abilities like the ultimate have been changed, but the Season 12 list of legends is still active with its remaining members. They've just changed the code name. I truly do believe that Artemis will end up being that character. Now, there is another interesting thing coming. We did get some information the other day that Mila will be joining the Apex competition in the near future. For those that don't know, Mila is going to be Crypto's sister. She was introduced in Season 3 from the stories from the Outland, and I honestly think she'll probably end up being the Tinkerer. At least that is my running theory. But the more interesting one is a character that people have seen for a long time called Uplink. Now, Uplink in the leaked legend abilities is considered a satellite savior, and they have a passive network communion where you gain 25% recovery effects used in signal range, a shield satellite where you release a satellite that follows allies, regenerate their shields and revive, an ultimate immortality relay beacon, deployable satellite beacon that prevents allies in the signal area from being down. This character, from what I understand, has been changed a ton. They've been scrapped, re-brought back online, and actually something that another leaker told me is that this could apparently be the rework for Lifeline, which would tie into Lifeline Reborn. That isn't 100% confirmed. I think it's actually Oz is the one that told me that Uplink might be Lifeline Reborn, but that would be another character from the Season 12 list that went on to be codenamed something else, and it would make sense because Uplink's abilities and Lifeline's are pretty similar. The one that is a little bit interesting though is Flux, as we don't really know anything about them, although I have a running theory that I think Flux might actually be Jester, and this one's kind of a stretch because Jester was cut from Titanfall 2, and in such, they are in a state of flux between being released and existing in the Titanfall universe. I know, it's a huge stretch, but Jester is one of the coolest characters in the game, and if they were ever released, they had a pretty awesome kit. They had a passive rewire where Jester can turn any grenade into a proximity mine that sticks to surfaces, a tactical Spectre drop where you can call in a drop pod with 3 Spectres to guard an area, only 1 set can be active at a time, and an ultimate cloak field where you create a short-lived cloaking device that hides all players in a small area. Cloak lasts for 6 seconds. Also on the list is Gibraltar V1, which could just be a rework of Gibraltar or a brand new character. We don't really know. The only other legend left on the Season 12 leak that I didn't already go over is Phantom, but Phantom I'm pretty sure got turned into Revenant Reborn as we've gone over in the past. That would account for every single legend actually and would make a ton of sense. That's where I think I see them going with the lore. There's also a ton of other scrap legends such as Blisk, who could very well see a comeback into the main game as they have now canceled the single player Titanfall project, which Blisk was a main part of, but it will be interesting to see how Respawn exactly decides to do this this, and if some of these characters actually come into the main game from the Season 12 leak into the Oz leaks of the codenames. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. How would you like to see new legends come into the game? Who are you most excited for? And as always, don't forget to check out this channel right here by my editor Novell, who does amazing content on the finals and Apex Legends if you guys are interested in that. And until next time, Legends, keep slaying the Outlands. I'll see you out there.